Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Eve Echoes. I hope you guys enjoyed my previous video, which was a musical, a cover of a song that I did using my guitars and my voice, of course. If you haven't had the time to check it out, do check it out because it turned out quite nicely. I've been away for some time now, had some trouble in the family. My brother-in-law passed away recently. So I wasn't in the best of spirits. I'm still not in the best of spirits. But regardless of, what happens with life and all that, Freddie Mercury had a song about it. It's called The Show Must Go On. So, yeah. We're going to talk about an interesting subject today, and it's mostly tied to the community question of the week that we had for last week. And we're going to announce the winners first. The community question of the week for last week was: how do you think the game will be impacted by the release of the new industrial ships? The Purpoise / Noctis, depends on what we're going to get, not sure and not clear right now. The Orca and the Rorqual. And we're going to take a look at the ships themselves, at least two of them, because one of them is unavailable for inspection, but two of them, we can view them quite easily. I'm not sure if you guys already managed to find out. I saw them some time ago, but didn't have the time to cover it. So this is the topic that we're going to talk about, the impact of these ships, while looking at them and seeing what they will actually do to the game, and if they bring any value or not. Meanwhile, let's announce the three lucky winners. First winner is Saksham Kumar Agarwal. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. With the answer: so sad, high-sec island farming is possible only if you're a tier 10 player. Because me being a T7, I wasted 2 days in my healer and I made no big profit. I eventually shifted to Null, where I farmed the better money. As for the community question of the week, I now feel why industry is dying. 3 days back, I thought I would manufacture a T6 cruiser myself just because I had nothing to do and there were no fleets at the moment for ratting. I took 3 days to gather all the resources, and guess what? They are worth double the cost of the ship itself, along with the manufacturing costs. Adding new ships would give either of two outcomes. Either it will definitely break the game as people just go mining and mine ores without any purpose except to sell on market or to corporation, and just a bragging rights factor, yeah, which will further decrease its price, the price for the ores. And the other thing is they would just be ignored and not much in use, which would make no change in the current state of industry. Surely more ships make the game more fun with a variety of more choices in different fields, but there should be a use for them and not just as a collection purpose. Congratulations, Saksham. Let's move over to our next winner, which is Ken Balderrama, with the comment: I don't know enough about how nullsec mining resources are flowing into the rest of the economy, so I think they're just new ships that won't actually impact things too much. I would rather see mining drones show up and be usable. I guess I have to wait until a similar nanocore shows up for apocalypses in the events or marketplace. If you're referring to the thermomagnetic 2 nanocore, there's a similar one. It has been released as of now in the new Concord Pass. It's the Clear Skies nanocore. It's somewhat similar, but still crappier than the thermomagnetic 2 nanocore. I have no idea how they design or think their attributes is going to be useful, but it's similar, but still lower in grade than what the thermomagnetic 2 nanocore offers. Congratulations, Ken. Move over to our third and last winner, which is Husker. A great video. I've been using the same misc making method with my Raven and now Raven Striker for a little while, and it's great. For your question about industry, I think the ships being added is a great thing. We needed something new in indie. Industrial players have been shafted for a while and need more content. The Noctis will bring an additional playstyle to the game, and the people that are getting the Orca and Rorqual will be mainly for the higher tier players, so this will give lower tech levels something to work towards. Making ISK in industry is still possible at this current state. just not as much as before. This is coming from an industrial / PvE player. Congratulations to our 3 lucky winners. Thanks to everyone for participating. Stick around till the end of the video because we will be having yet another community question of the week with 3 new lucky winners. By the way, your prizes for the winners announced today may have already been delivered to you. I submitted them on Monday, but due to recent events that occurred in my life, I've been unable to record an episode until today. So I hope you all got your prizes already. If not, they'll probably be released as soon as possible next week. Again, congratulations, and I look forward to your future answers for future iterations of the community question of the week. So let's talk about the community question itself. So what impact will these 3 ships have on the game? Well, we should take into consideration the current status of the game, and it involves quite a lot of factors, which is the sandbox, the market values, the supply and demand, the usage for ores and minerals, and of course the insurance system, the plague of the game. I'm not sure if this is actually the plague or the people who engineered it, at least designed or thought of how it should work. Regardless, why is the insurance system affecting the sandbox, and why it's affecting the market and industry? Well, because it spawns stuff out of thin air, and because of that, the market for ships is pretty much collapsing. Compared to when the game started, when we didn't have an insurance system, people, industry players, would create and would build ships and put them on the market, and people would buy those and use them, blow them up, get back to the market, buy some new ones, and so on and so forth. But with the insurance system, you just get your stuff back. You don't need to go to the market and buy new ships. So people who build ships or reverse engineer to get new ships and then build them, well, they're in a tough spot because they are unable to get them sold out because no one buys them anymore. There's a couple of people here and there that, sure, will buy some stuff off the market, but that's just a really small percentage of players. Most players will just rely on the insurance system. Your ship blows up, you just go to your insurance and claim back the stuff that you lost, and that's it. You have it back, and there's no destruction in the game. Every now and then, the insurance system will post some buy orders for the stuff that gets reimbursed, but that is rare. That's 1 in 3, 1 in 4, could be even rarer than that. Orders are indeed a bit higher than the average market value, but because the market for ships is crashed, the average market value is also low. This means that the insurance system will put buy orders at prices that won't give any profit, even with the 10% extra added value to the people who build the ships. So if you build yourself a ship, just like Saksham mentioned in his comment, you'll find yourself in a situation with the ship built and with the costs of building it, the ISK sinks in the industry panel. You know, you have to pay in ISK in order to get your stuff manufactured, plus the minerals that you mine and everything. If you sum up all the prices and all the stuff, the amount that you will sell your ship for on the market is going to be lower. Even if you put a sell order yourself, or you just sell directly to somebody buying, or even sell directly to a buy order generated by the insurance system, you'll find yourself in this situation in which you don't make a profit. Actually, it's going to be a negative profit. You will lose money, you will lose ISK by doing that, and that's just horrible in my opinion. And this is why pretty much industry is dying. Now, why are the minerals and ore prices still up? Barely. Well, because these are used in building capital stuff, and also because they are used in building structures, and those don't get reimbursed. I mean, yeah, capital ships can be reimbursed, but it's just better to buy a new one off the market. Of course, you won't find them on the market, but the alliances and big corporations will build them, so you just buy them from your mates. So this is pretty much why the minerals and ores are still at a decent price. So what will happen with the Orca and the Rorqual and I don't know, Purpoise or Noctis, whatever one of them is going to be introduced, what will happen to these prices? Well, if people are going to think they're going to be getting a much more profit by mining more, well, they're in for a surprise, because they're not going to. I mean, yeah, they will probably mine more, they'll gather more resources, but you know, supply and demand. If you have a surplus of stuff and you just dump it on the market, the prices will plummet. So in my opinion, the addition of these ships is actually going to affect industry even more, and the market stability even more. Is going to plunge the market, the resource market, even further down. However, building ships might become more accessible in terms of profit margins, because the ores and minerals will probably get to a so low point of price that you might just as well, you know, compare it to the final product and whatever materials you invested. It's going to be nearly there, so that might be okay-ish. But the prices for ores and minerals will plummet. In my opinion, these ships should be added after they fix the insurance, after they find market stability, or at least economical stability inside the Sandbox, inside New Eden. With the addition of ships that create more surplus of resources, that's just bad in my opinion. So, I mentioned that we could take a look at the ships themselves. We can't take a look at the Rorqual. I have no specs available for it, but we can take a look at the Purpoise and the Orca, and you can find them yourself. You just go head over to the market. Somehow they forgot to remove these, so the skins are added in the game. The ships are not available yet, but based on the skins, we can find the ship information panel. You just have to go to the ship skins, and then we go to industrial ship skins. And then we just need to scroll down. As you can see, we got the Purpoise mining master skin, and then we can click on the Purpoise and we'll see the ship information panel, and we'll take a look at the Orca as well. So what do these ships offer? Well, these mostly look like logistical ships, field logistic ships for industry players. The roll bonus just gives 200% at least for the Purpoise. 200% remote shield booster optimal range. Can fit command burst, so yeah, it behaves like a battle cruiser or a mining command ship. And also 25% command burst effective range. Mining foreman bonus. We don't have this skill yet. Burst strength plus 3%, and shield command burst strength plus 2%. We got some drone EHP and drone command range, blah blah blah. But that's pretty much it on the Purpoise. And based on these bonuses and values, this ship does not actually give a concrete bonus to all the ships that it sits with inside a fleet, but it needs to fit these command bursts, which we do not have yet for mining. So this ship needs to sit in there with the fleet. It can provide logistical support as in shield. This means that the ship is probably going to get primaried if you're still mining in a belt and some invaders just come in your system, and this ship is just going to be blown right off the bat and then proceed to destroy the rest of the mining ships. So we don't know if the command mining burst will provide a boost to mining yield. Hopefully it will, or at least one type of it. I'm guessing that there's also going to be a burst, like, I don't know, giving mining laser range. I don't know if it's still relevant or not, because everyone just hugs the asteroids and chucks them all like a cereal box. But all in all, the ship does not provide a direct bonus for mining yield, or at least mining efficiency or something. It needs to fit the command burst for mining, and that's going to be providing bonus for the fleet. This was the Purpoise, so let's head over to the Orca, because we have that as well. It's also here. We can see Orca Wealth Explorer. We're going to tap and hold the skin, and then tap on the Orca to open up the ship information panel. And pretty much just like the Purpoise, we've got kind of the same bonuses. Instead of 200, we got 300 remote shield boost to optimal range. Again, logistical support for your mining vessels. Not sure if it's going to matter, given the fact that this is a logi ship. It'll probably get primaried as soon as the enemies land in your belt. Just blow that thing up because it's more expensive, and then finish up the rest of the mining vessels. This ship also has +3 warp stability. I don't think that's relevant. I think I'm going to talk about this in the next video, and why the +3 warp stability is pretty much dead in the water, because I suspect there's been some changes which are pretty weird. It can fit command bursts, and it got 50% command burst effective range. Expert mining foreman bonus, burst strength +5%, shield command burst strength +3%. And expert industrial ship command, drone effective hit points, drone command range, and that's pretty much it. It has an ore hold capacity, which is pretty big. So basically, the role of this ship, which is I don't know, for its size, it's just below. It's a sub-capital, but it's a bit bigger than, let's say, a battleship. Just like the Purpoise is going to fulfill a logistical role, it can store stuff ore inside its ore hold, and it can provide remote shield reppers and all that, and has some drone bonuses, and can fit command burst modules to help with mining. We don't know yet what those modules will be. I have no idea what the Rorqual will be offering. There's no skin for it, at least not in the market, so I can inspect the ship itself and check what the stats are. But I'm guessing it's going to be pretty much the same. I don't know if they will be doing the Rorqual the same as it's being done in the EVE Online. Basically, in the EVE Online, the Rorqual can behave as an outpost, and meaning it has an industrial assembly line inside of it, and it can use that to manufacture compressed ore. It enters some kind of siege mode, just like every other capital ship, and its siege mode power is that it can use that industrial manufacturing line, and it can only use ore compression to compress the ore that the miners have mined into compressed ore. Duh. And aside of that, it can sit somewhere in the system, doesn't matter where, and it can provide huge bonuses to the fleet. It just needs to be inside the system. Now, with the command bursts, I think you need to be on the field. So the Orca and the Purpoise actually need to be with the mining fleet inside the belt for the bonuses to take effect. Also, you have that attribute, that bonus attribute. It says command burst effective range. So you need to be inside the range of that command burst for the mining vessels to receive the bonus of whatever mining burst you're going to be using. So maybe the future is not that grim. By the looks of these, I'm going to say it's not going to have such a huge impact on mining, but it will drop the prices in ore and minerals, because, well, if people are going to use them with mining fleets, they'll probably be mining much more faster, more efficient. So yeah, there's going to be a surplus of ores and a surplus of minerals, but it's not going to be that huge. But is it worth having one such ship, in a fleet of miners? Can it do anything? Well, I don't think that logistically it's going to be able to help in case somebody comes along just to try and pew the mining ships. As I mentioned, these ships are probably going to get primaried and destroyed immediately after landing, so that's not going to help by much. So the only thing good about them is that that burst module for mining that they will be able to use, which we still do not have. These ships are expected to be delivered in the May update, almost 3 months from now. But as stated previously, I really hope that they fix the insurance system until then. Otherwise, these ships, I mean, they don't have an actual purpose. Well, except the one where they affect the economy further and crash the markets even further. So what are your base impressions about these ships? Please let me know in the comment section. What do you think? That's pretty much about this subject for today. And we've reached that point in the video where we announce the next community question of the week. And this week's question is, what is the nastiest issue that is affecting your play? What is that you want to get fixed ASAP? What is affecting you the most and, I don't know, giving you doubts if you should continue playing or not? Please drop a comment below and let me know. The comment should include your character ID and your in-game name, please, because it will be very easy for me to, you know, deliver the prizes to you guys. So answer the question, put your in-game name and your character ID in the comment section, and I'll try to compile the list with the burning issues that you guys have. Maybe we can press the devs even more to find a resolution to whatever is bothering you the most. Maybe find out if it's, I don't know, in plan or at least expected for a fix to be delivered in the near future. That's it for today. I hope you guys learned something. Thank you guys for watching, and a very big shout out to my channel supporters. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.